Okay, I'm back with another TCG Pocket video. Today what I'm going to be doing is looking at the new expansion pack. So I'll see if there's any news to read, so I can maybe look at maybe the EX cards or something. But if not, we'll get straight into pack opening. I've tried to save a few hourglasses, and I'm going to see the cards and see how interesting they are. I've not actually seen any spoilers at all, so this is going to be an interesting experience. Everything is going to be completely new to me, so I'm kind of excited to see what ends up happening. Okay, we're here. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if I needed to do this or whether it would automatically refresh, but I did save up 2 packs, and I have no idea what the major difference is between these. So how many cards am I able to look at over here? Just a few of the good ones, right? So I'm gonna look through them right now from this list, and I'm gonna decide which pack I want to open. Okay, I'm looking at Dialga's attacks over here. It's a 100. I can't actually see the card, which is kind of annoying because I haven't obtained it. But its first attack costs 2 energy, does 30 damage, and attaches 2 steel energy to one of my bench Pokemon. And then heavy impact is 4 energy for 100 damage. That sounds like by itself a pretty bad card, because 4 energy for 100 damage with no secondary effect is kind of mid. The HP being 150 isn't the best as well. I think it's a decent HP stat. But Metallic Turbo could combo with some other cards, so let's check them out. Pachirisu EX. Why does Pachirisu get an EX? If this Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool, I heard about this by the way. I saw it inside the news thing. Pokemon Tools are getting introduced again. Sorry, not again, into the game, which is quite interesting. I wonder what they're going to be. So if this Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool attached, its attack is 40. Okay, sorry, 80 total damage. Okay, and 2 energies for this for a total of 80 damage. It could cook. I'm not gonna say it's completely useless right now. Leafeon, it's just a normal Leafeon. Okay, 90 damage during the next turn. This Pokemon can't attack. Wow, actually, 2 energies for 80 damage is a bit more mid, but 2 energies for 90 damage is really immediately overwhelming in a lot of like I can imagine this being really annoying in really fast-paced, like Executor EX based teams. 90 damage for 2 energy. Pokemon can't attack, but it doesn't say the Pokemon can't retreat. So in minimalist teams, this can actually end up being really good. Just 90 damage, and then next turn you can kind of negate this effect by swapping out. I can imagine this being a really brutal card. Gallade EX. Energized Blade. Cool sounding move. This attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this is like a psychic. And it starts off at 70, which is ridiculously high. 2 energy gives you 110 damage, which is very, very high value for only 2 energies as well. 170 HP, that's so high. With only 1 retreat cost as well. I think that's actually a really good EX card. Really cheap. Okay, the issue is a 3 stage, which may take some time to get set up, but it's still a good card nonetheless. And Volkner is what we're gonna go for next. Choose one of your Electivire or Luxray. Attach 2 electric energy from your discard pile to that Pokemon. Well, this will only be useful when we learn about what that is. But this is kind of like a better Brock for these 2 Pokemon. Let's do Lucario now. Just a normal Lucario. Ability. Attack used by fighting Pokemon. Do 20 more damage. This synergizes so well with Gallade. It's gonna be... wow, that's actually really good. Subroute. Okay, so the rest is not really that good. 2 retreat costs is kind of a lot. 100 HP isn't a bad base for a basic Pokemon, but for an evolution, not really the best HP. And yeah, the attack is kind of low value. I mean, it's not very energy efficient. 2 energy for 40 damage. Farfetch'd can do the same thing but for 1 energy. But I like this ability. This ability could cook really hard. It's a very fun sounding ability. And that's the entire roster over here done. Let's check out Palkia. Let's see. I want to see Palkia EX. Let's see what kind of card this one is. 1 energy for Slash. That's a really, really strong 1 energy attack. Dialga didn't have that. Dialga had a 2 energy attack. This one's 1 energy for just 30 damage. And Dimensional Storm is 4 energy for 150 damage. Discard 3 water energy from your Pokemon. Okay. So this is like Articuno plus Mewtwo with 1 more energy discarded. This card will only really do well, I would say, if there is a something that can give more water energy. Like maybe a superior type card. Misty would really cook, but at the same time, you're not gonna get more than... like, if we speak realistically, you're not gonna get many games where you get enough Misty heads to, first of all, retrieve the activation cost for this energy, and then get extra energies so that you don't end up discarding all the energies you gain from Misty immediately. That's a very, very high discarding cost over there. 3 energies. I just want to see if this, you know, synergizes with anything else. Infernape EX. That's a fun start. Do all the starters get EXs? I'm assuming they do, actually. Oh my god. That is an insane attack. 2 energy for 140. I don't know if anything else in the game, well, from the previous expansions at least, has that kind of value. Discard all energy, fire energy from this Pokemon means you can't stack up like 10 energies and just discard 2, for example, at a time. You have to discard all of them, which means you really can't have... It's not really worth having more than 2 at a time. There's no value. So I was thinking maybe there'd be some value for a retreat cost. But this thing has 0 retreat cost. Again, now, I've noticed a little bit of a trend. The Palkia expansion pack seems to be very focused on discarding energy, which, I mean, yeah, there may be some stuff that also released to help, you know, soften the impact of discarding all your energy. But let's find out. Let's see if there's anything else. Rotom, just a normal Rotom. What does this do? Assault laser if your opponent. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to see how well the Pokemon tool cards play out, but it's a really, really high value 1 energy attack if it really does end up doing 50 damage. Weavile EX. Okay, that's an interesting one. Weavile's a very cool Pokemon. Scratching Nails. If your opponent's active Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 40 more damage. Wait. I just looked at the energy cost of this thing. It's 1 energy. And it can do 70 damage. Bro, this synergizes so well with Palkia. Obviously, this is not really going to work out because it's a dark type and you can't exactly have a water. It's not going to be very consistent to have water type team and then this Weavile working with it as well, especially considering the energy cost for Palkia. But if you're able to get 20 chip on everything, then you have a 1 energy attack that does 70 base damage, which is really high. Low HP though, 140. Cynthia, during this turn, attacks used by Garchomp or Togekiss do 50 more damage. That is such a high damage increase. I was used to Giovanni, which does 10. I guess Blaine does have a similar effect. So I guess it's not... I don't remember. I've actually never used Blaine before. So it may just do the same thing, but with different Pokemon. Kind of like how Volkner, I think that's his name, was. Very interesting card. Very interesting card. Cresselia. Moonlight Gain. Heal to... That's such a terrible card. 110 HP, 2 retreat cost, 2 energies for 50 damage, which is kind of okay. Heal damage, but this is gonna fall short, I think. Too little damage for the energy cost. 20 damage healing is not too valuable, I think. Again, maybe I could be wrong, but doesn't look to be a very strong card. Okay, so that's the analysis of the cards done, and I'm just gonna open one of each for the time being. Alright, let's get going with the first pack. Ooh, okay, special card. Maybe that's just naturally what happens with the first pack. Electabuzz, Mightyena, it seems like average card, I would say. Again, basic. I don't think this guy's doing anything. This, I mean, it could be fun, but I doubt it. Krogunk Full Art. Flip a coin for each Pokemon you haven't played. This attack does 20. Yeah, that's not really that good. Obviously, these are all basics, so it's fine. Okay, we're finally in. It did take quite a bit of time. because the servers were lagging, so I did take a bit of a break. But let's see what we get from here. Glameow puts, okay. Was Farfetch, right? Sneasel, okay. Lumberry, at the end of this turn, if the Pokemon discards attached is affected by any special conditions, it recovers from all of them and discard this card. Oh, this is a Pokemon tool. This is a Pokemon tool. That's actually a super powerful card. That could come very clutch as a general card to have. Like Muck and stuff. Not Muck, Weezing. Those cards could end up becoming obsolete because of cards like the Lumberry, Magnemite, and then Carnivore and Flip a Coin. If heads is okay, I mean 3 energy for 90 damage, has 90 HP. Nice art, but that's pretty much all it gets. Okay, now those are the first packs, but I do want to mention that I can only see Mythical Island. I can't actually see Genetic Apex. So can we access Genetic Apex now, or is this just like is Genetic Apex over in terms of collectability? Can we collect any more Genetic Apex cards? Leave a comment if you know the answer to that question, because I'm very curious. We get these as trade things. I haven't actually involved myself in trade yet. I don't because I don't really think it's necessary right now. Maybe now that a new expansion pack has come out, I could make use of it. But like the second I found out that the currency was extremely difficult to get, I'm not particularly interested in trying to get to work. But that looks amazing. I'm buying the Dialga art immediately. All right, so. Ooh, oh, I really like the color scheme over here. Gold and silver hits so hard. Wow, okay, I like that. So let's just open 10 Dialga packs and hope we get something. Okay, nothing shined over there. Tangrowth, Mega Drain, 4 energies for 90 damage, Shield Thirst. Like, this is just like a Venusaur, honestly. A weaker Venusaur. But I will say it is a stage 1, so it's probably more valuable than a normal Venusaur. Electabuzz, Nosepass, Electabuzz, Shaymin. Of course, Gen 4 is gonna have the mythicals as well. Shaymin, okay. Fragrant Flower Garden. Once in your turn, you may heal 10 damage from each of your Pokemon. I was like, my whole idea behind using Butterfree in the 5 win streak challenge was to get the ability on, but if we get Shaymin, I think the ability is a lot more consistent to get, considering it's actually a basic. But its HP and its attack are pretty terrible, so. And 10 HP might not be the best as well. Metal Arms, this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached. Like, it looks like there's a lot of cards which end up doing really good base damage if a Pokemon tool is attached. I just don't think it's going to be that easy to have a Pokemon tool attached to everything. But maybe I just don't know what the tools are. The berry was interesting, but again, it's not something I just chuck on anything. Wash Rotom. Okay, so the Rotom forms are in this as well. Terrible card though. I mean, 30 damage for 1 energy isn't the worst, but Then Bronzor, Magneton. Okay, Magnezone is actually going to be in this game now, which is a very exciting prospect. Let's see what kind of card Magnezone ends up being. Mo Rotom, energy cutoff. Flip. So Rotom Wash had no effect. This thing does get an effect, and yeah, just like basically 50% chance to just discard energy. Wow. Okay. Fan Rotom, getting all the Rotom performs. That's nice. Wait, so Rotom Wash has got no secondary effect, and everything else seems to be getting one. It's kind of sad. Discrimination against Rotom Wash. Got the Volkner as well. Gliscor. Okay. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each. That's terrible. That's. Oh no, it's not. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a multiplier. It's a plus. So this thing can actually do up to 60 damage for one energy, which is really high value. But for an evolution Pokemon, maybe not so much. I'm not sure. Togepi. Okay, we get the Togekiss line as well. It's good. I am quite excited to see what Togekiss is about because of the new supporter. I think it was Cynthia, yeah. Buizel, Oddish, Luxio, Blossom, okay. It is a stage 2, so this is not really that valuable, I would say. It's a 3rd evolution. Okay, Floatzel, flip a coin, This is kind of like a better version of Gliscor because it requires a little bit less RNG. Curlier, Wormadam. Are there going to be the different Wormadam forms, or is it just going to be this one? Flip a coin if heads. Oh, 3. I was like, okay, interesting. 90 damage, and I looked at the energy cost. Okay, Stunky, Skarmory again. Tangela, Magneton. Skull Fossil. Oh yeah, new fossil evolutions. I forgot. Gen 4. What's Gen 4? I know Bastiodon's here, I believe. But yeah, I don't know what's what. Honestly, Skull Fossil might just be Bastiodon. Because Bastiodon has a very thick skull. Play this card as if it were 40. So why am I reading it? Cranidos evolves from the Skull Fossil. My bad. Cranidos comes in this gen. And as a representation of its overpowered nature in terms of physical attack, 1 energy for 50 damage. Super high value over there. It is a stage 1 technically because it evolves from a Skull Fossil, but that's still really good value for 1 energy. Togepi, Luminion, which is quite strong actually, 50 damage for 1 water energy. Flip, okay. Prevent all damage. Okay, that's gonna be so annoying. Rage bait card over there. Elegant Swim. Flip a coin if heads during a person. But this is the exact same thing. This is Shinx, but it actually does damage. And we've got another one of these. Scorpy, okay. This. Oh, okay, that's gonna be interesting. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 50 damage for each head. It's 4 energy. For at worst 30 damage. But it gets up to 180 damage. And for 4 energy, 180 damage is actually like... It's one of the highest damage values you can end up getting in this game. From what I know so far. Which, yeah, I mean, you have to get really lucky. 3 heads, but... I mean, even with 2 heads, you're getting 130 damage, which is pretty decent. Even if it is 4 whole energy. And Dialga does transfer 2 steel energy to the bench. It's going to be like the new Marowak, maybe. Barbaro. Nah. Rampardos. Oh, head smash. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage, it's a... What? Wait. This is 1 energy for 130 damage. That is ridiculous. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, this opponent also does 50 damage to itself. It has a ridiculous 150 HP stat, and this is 1 energy for 130 damage. And guess what? This thing gets boosted by Lucario's ability as well. 150 damage for 1 energy. This is like objectively the highest value you're gonna get for 1 energy. Wow, I actually really like this. And if it doesn't even KO, it does 0 recoil. Which is, wow, honestly, it's good. I'm gonna have to try and use this as fast as I can. My new favorite card so far, at least. Wormadam, yep, we've done this. Curlier, Finion, Regirock, Exoskeleton, okay. 20 less damage is always nice, but its attack is kind of a bit expensive. Still does a solid 100 damage. It's not anything too cringe. It's not like 80 damage or anything for 4 energy, but I think it's still way too expensive. A very high retreat cost as well, and not as high of an HP stat as I would have hoped. Giant Cape's a Pokemon tool, okay? This is the type of Pokemon tool that those cards that do extra damage can make use of. This is why I didn't want to judge too early as well. I kept saying, like, you know what, maybe there's another Pokemon tool card. Because these cards that have chance to do extra damage or just give passive healing or just additional HP like this one, they're just going to be like no-brainers to just put on Pokemon just as soon as they come in the game. And then you have those cards like Skarmory, and I think there's Rotom, normal Rotom as well, which do extra damage to Pokemon that get benefited by stuff like this. This is a really strong Pokemon tool though. And there's one more pack. Let's see if there's anything decent. Mightyena, that's pretty anticlimactic. That Rampardos is extremely exciting. I want to get a Rampardos. A fighting type team actually is extremely powerful in this game. Although I will say, Gallade, Lucario, Rampardos if I was to try to run a core with them, it would actually take quite a while because there's two 2 stages and one 1 stage, which is quite an investment. I need to find a good basic fighting type as well to get the game started. Maybe Regirock is a good Pokemon for this. Now let's open the Palkia packs, which I actually can open 10 of if I use Pokegold, so why not, to be honest. Let's just do it. All my Pokegold reserves are gonna die here, but let's just do it for the fun, you know? Maybe I can actually get an EX, man. I've not got a single EX. Shine. Nothing shiny. Okay, very bad sign. Oddish Spiritombs attack does 10 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon. Wait, sorry, I thought it said for each of your opponent's Pokemon. It just does 10 damage to everything, which does synergize very well with Weavile. Oh, this is a no-brainer for a Weavile team. Spiritomb to chip everything a few times, and then just Weavile does base 70 damage to everything for 2 energy as well. This is a very and it's a Dark type. Remember how I was saying Palkia wouldn't synergize well because it's a Water type? The Dark type matches with Weavile now. That's actually really scary. Well, Madame Ambipom, flip 2 coins. Not really. Again, it's 1 energy, which could be really strong. You could get 1 energy attack, 80 damage, but yeah, not the best. Electrode, okay. Again, it's all evolutions. Once it evolved, I don't know if it's as worth it to have these types of. I mean, it could end up being good on in high pressure teams that try and dish out as much damage as fast as possible. Cresselia, we already read that, so nothing special. Frost Rotom, yeah, literally everything is getting a secondary effect apart from Rotom Wash. Oceanic Gift, choose 2 of your bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, take water energy from. Oh my god, this synergizes really well with Palkia. The only issue is that it's 1 energy, which is kind of slow for Palkia's strategy, but it does work. It's actually a really strong card. If only it didn't have 50 HP, which is nothing. Rhyperior, Mountain Sweep. Oh my goodness, this is Mewtwo. Oh my god, it's Mewtwo without the discarding drawback. It's got 106, it's literally objectively better than Mewtwo. Apart from the fact that it's a 2 stage, so it takes a while to get set up. But 150 damage with no actual consequence. Discard top 3 cards is an annoyance. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as discarding energy. You can actually just run this thing. Who cares about the cards in your deck? Just smash everything once you get 100. Oh, this is a very strong card. Again, it's a fighting type. The fighting type seems to be pretty stacked for this expansion pack. Oh, sorry, I didn't read it. I was trying to go back for Hippopotas and I just slid the other way for the next Pokemon. Monferno, nothing special. Torterra, okay, I'm interested in the starters. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Frenzy Plant. This is strong though. Another Mewtwo type attack. 4 energy for 150. But again, I remember there was another Pokemon like this before. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was Leafeon, I think. 90 damage for 2 energy. This Pokemon can't use Frenzy Plant, but you can. Oh wait, you can't retreat with this thing. I was gonna say you can retreat, but like a Leaf and 2x speeds would be able to retreat this guy. This is a super expensive Pokemon. I don't know if it's worth it, but maybe it could be. Porygon? Oh, I'm interested to see Porygon Z. That does exist in Gen 4. Big Explosion. Okay, I didn't read that. Togetic. Okay, normal Togetic. Spinstraw. Oh, we've already read this. Gigas. Okay. This Pokemon does more damage equal to the damage this Pokemon has on it. It just looks at the energy cost. Not only does this thing have a ridiculous retreat cost, which makes sense, honestly, for Regigigas, it doesn't have the best HP at 140, and 4 energy for a maximum of 180 damage if you're at exactly 10 HP. I don't respect it, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't actually believe in that card too much. Cyrus, switch one of your Oh wait, what? Okay. Switch one of this is a Sabrina with more control. Uxie, okay. Take it, attach it to Mesprit or Azelf. I want to know what those two do now. If your opponent's active Pokemon, okay. Okay, so we were talking about the benefit of fighting types so much. And then this thing comes in. It does only do 40 max damage, but it is 1 energy, which is quite strong. Don't know why it's super effective against fighting type. Looking at the move, it's Ice Shard. What's about Ice Shard makes it more powerful against fighting types? But sure, I mean, I'll take it. Togekiss! Oh, this is what I want. Doing this next... Oh my god, this card is an absolute menace. Once you get one Overdrive Smash, it's basically just going to keep doing 120 damage, because the effect of the first Overdrive Smash will end, but then once you use the next Overdrive Smash, it's going to kick back in. So for the first Overdrive Smash you do, it'll do 60, but as long as you stay in, it'll keep doing 120. Put in Cynthia, and we're doing 180 damage. Okay, Porygon again. Azelf. Okay, so Uxie attaches 1 energy to the other guys. This thing does 20 damage. Another Rotom. Grotle. I want to see what Azelf does. Show me Azelf, please. Ooh, so there are other Wormadam forms. It's not just one. Flip a coin until you get... This thing is an absolute troll. I can actually imagine this being a menace on, you know, on some like coin flip based teams. Because it does guaranteed 50 damage, which is actually a solid baseline to work around. It's a solid safety net, you know? Even if you get 0 tails. But then you get 4 heads, and then what do you get? 170 damage for 2 energy. Like, bro, the value is insane. Porygon 2. Okay, we've got Porygon 2. Okay, Powdon. Ooh, Stage 1 for 4 energy for 120. It's not the worst. 120 is quite respectable. Staravia, Starly, 2 of the same, 2 of the line in one thing. Giratina. If this Pokemon has energy, wow. Okay, I like this. So it's got 3 retreat costs, but put any energy on it, and then the retreat cost is gone. We just have to be worried about Pokemon that cancel abilities. I'm pretty sure they exist, I just can't recall them right now. I will... Okay, I'll deal with this in my own time, but I am going to try and build, you know, a few decks so that I can just try out different stuff. I think there's a lot of potential so far that I've seen. So, yeah, I'm just going to experiment a bit. Probably, hopefully get most of the cards that I need through trading. But, yeah, I guess we'll find out. That's going to be it for this video. It was just an analysis over the cards and, of course, some pack openings. Unfortunately, nothing impressive in terms of actual, like, you know, rare cards, apart from a couple of full arts. Did get very excited over a few of the cards though, especially that Rampados. But yeah, it's definitely fun seeing this all for the first time. Thank you for watching.